He is. Oh no! I need to climb back up. Ah! I keep dying. Welcome back to Building Together. Last month, we went to the Lego store to do some shopping, and we actually got some freebies that are pretty cute. This is the pirate ship playground. I liked it so much, and actually we got two of them because Colin got one and I got one. So I thought I'd try putting them together and make a bigger, more deluxe pirate playground. Let's see what I can come up with. My strategy was to basically follow the directions, but modify as I went to make it bigger. I started here by making the main ship twice as deep. The configuration of the plates to form the base also needed to be deeper to accommodate the deeper ship. For my first attempt to make it double in depth, I put the extra 1x2x2 bricks with studs on the side in the middle of the supports. Eventually I had to remove them because the studs on the side got in the way. This meant the build was a little wobbly during construction, but the final product came out sturdy. For the top of the sides of the boat, I staggered the half arches, which meant I needed to lengthen the middle of the ship by one stud on each side. My number one priority was to make a really fun slide by putting them one after the other. This meant the ship would have to be taller. To achieve this, I placed a 2x6 brown plate under the 1x6 plate that the directions called for. I added the red studs and 6x6 plates as directed, and added the printed board tiles and black circles following the directions. Next I added the macaroni tiles, just raised higher. I also added the cool yellow plate, which the slide would rest on. While this plate is placed the same way as in the directions, it is actually farther from the ship because of my modifications of the blue plates. In the end, this accommodated the longer slide perfectly. To connect the slide pieces, I simply placed them on a spare 2x4 plate. At this point in construction, I really didn't know how this would work out. I had to fiddle around with the supports for and placement of the slide. In this rendition, I was going to place the base of the slide on the dark gray 1x4 plate. I planned to place the top of the slide onto these two gray bricks with the clips on the sides, and those would be on the pink bricks. It did kind of work, but the top support was weird. Here I am putting the dark yellow ingots on the inner supports, doubling the height called for in the directions. I wanted the slide connection to be inside the boat, but it just wasn't working in the rear, so I had to pull it out front. Not sure what pieces would be available in the end, I decided to leave this eyesore for now and address it later. Next I built and placed the climbing wall just like in the directions. The ladders I doubled vertically to reach the higher slide. I had taken the ingots off when I was trying to make the slide supports work farther back, so now I replaced them. In doubling the depth of the ship, I now needed 4 half arches on each side of the slide. I chose to stagger the heights, placing the rear pair on a 1x2 tan brick with a bar. The back lines up so much better now. With the staggered half arches, I now get 2 upper decks. This will be fun to play around with. Oh, the possibilities. Here I'm adding more to the base, and now the pirate lookout. Okay. So now I get to choose where to place the steering wheel. With my modifications, it wasn't going to work where the directions said to place it. In order to turn the wheel, it needed to be elevated a little, so I picked this spot. Then I simply built the mast as directed. I thought the crab feature looked odd with its pinchers up, so I reworked it to have them come in front instead. The main deck was pretty flimsy, so I built some supports and added them inside. Next up are the trees coming out of the rocks. Since I had 2 trees, and I used the rock bricks for the supports, this feature changed quite a bit from the original. I love having 2 trees instead of 1, and I think the rocks look just as good. Now it's time to return to the problem of the slide connection. I kept it simple, selecting pieces from what was left over, simply adding bricks to make it stronger, and white plates on top to make it look better. If I were using any Lego pieces, there would be plenty of better options. But I was only using pieces from these 2 copies of the set. I was satisfied with the results. Now for the fun part! Time to play! This pirate kid, of course, had to try out the slide.
Yar!
Whee! Yeah, that was fun! Watch out, you're going to get squirted by the crab! Looks pretty good. Wait, what am I going to do with those treasure chests? Let's add on. And while we're at it, we've got more of those spinners. Let's make a bigger splash pad. Better. Hey Autumn, come play with this Deluxe pirate playground. In true pirate fashion, this playground is none too safe. Man overboard! Toss a sword up and over and catch it on top. And that's it! I love our Deluxe Pirate Ship Playground. For another double set modification, check out our modularization of the Friends Downtown Flower and Design stores. Thanks for watching, and always remember to keep building together.